your girl, Evelyn Lozada, with another episode of Drop the Low with my amazing, beautiful daughter.
And I'm your co-host, Shanice.
So, I'm going to say I'm excited. I'm hype about today because I've been waiting for this conversation. We always have so much fun together. We FaceTime each other all the time. But let me give you a little intro on who is here. So on this episode of Drop the Low, former Basketball Wives star Brooke Bailey sits down for an unfiltered conversation about friendship, fame, and family. From meeting us on a video set to navigating false narratives online, because there's always a lot of, I don't know why that happens to you, but there's always false narratives online about her. Brooke shares the lessons she's learned about trust, gossip, and growth. We dig into the double standards single women face, her journey through her healing after loss, and the projects that have reignited her passion. Welcome, Brooke!
I'm so happy to be here.
We have been waiting. We have been waiting. You were definitely on our top of the list, because everyone that comes here, like, I want it to feel like family and we're close, and
yeah,
you're a great personality, and we definitely got close during shooting. Yes. And so welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So we're gonna start with the video.
Yeah, let's talk about how we met.
So we're gonna start with how we met. All three of us.
Yes.
So I didn't know. Okay, I'll pop into that in a second. But we all met on Nicki Minaj's video shoot. Mm-hmm. I don't think I knew until today that's actually when you guys met as well.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I didn't put two and two together.
Mm-hmm. It was the first time. So we would talk on social media. Right. We followed each other, but that was our first time physically being around each other.
Yes. Yeah. And we had so much fun.
So much fun.
On the shoot?
Oh, yeah.
That was a long one.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Literally.
That was long.
Well,
was that your first video?
That was my first music video. Yeah.
No way.
Listen, you're the vixen, honey.
That was your first?
That was my first video. And when I tell you, bitch, that shit kicked, Nikki, that shit kicked my ass. Why does it take so long?
Listen, I remember at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock, she was like, I got to go home and make Leo pancakes. I'm like, girl, you been here already for 18 hours. You might as well stay the rest.
Yes.
Wow. It was long. Video shoots are so long.
But you're used to it because
I was used to it in my heyday. Now I'm a little bit seasoned, and I was kind of reminded of, wow, like, I can't believe that I've done 3-day shoots like that before.
Wow.
Literally. And you know that I flew in from New York to do that shoot. I wasn't here. I flew in the night before.
That's right, because you were still living in New York.
Yes.
That's right.
I flew in the night. Look, my eyes are already from all the laughter from prior to starting.
Oh my God.
It was us. It was Lauren London.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The video was called Good Form.
Yes.
People are going to look it up. Nicki Minaj, Good Form. I was like, what was the name?
Yes.
Listen.
Lauren London. And who else was there? There was someone else. No.
It was a lot of beautiful girls. Little Wayne came.
Right.
Yeah. The Claremont twins. Mm-hmm. That was the first time I met them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Well, that was my second video.
Okay. Oh, you got a resume. What was your first video?
Future.
Oh, nice.
It was Future. This was before Future was Future.
Wow.
And now I look at it. Do you ever look at yourself and you're like,
what was I doing?
Cringe? Because I was young. I was 19.
Wow.
So, like, I wasn't even the woman that I am today.
Right.
And now I look and I'm like, oh.
Right.
Like, what are you giving?
Yeah.
What are you giving?
I forgot that you were in that video, but I was on set.
You were on set.
Yeah.
So how I feel about that video is how I feel about Good Form, although it was a snippet. Like, we were trying to be sexy in water. I don't even think I felt sexy. Like,
no, but
walking
we were
on
tired.
water.
We had already been there 18 hours before it was time for us to film.
Yeah, and she has such great work ethic.
Yeah,
Nikki.
great work
Oh my God.
Great. Like, that woman, she is a workhorse. Yes. Seriously.
I will say that I walked away from there with, you don't know how people are going to be, right? When you share space with them. I didn't know you. I knew that you had did Basketball Wives, obviously LA. I did it. I never shared space with you, but I knew we followed each other. You were cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But you never know if someone's going to be a girl's girl or if there's going to be some type of... sometimes the energy could be weird, right? Like, I feel like women are sometimes just like that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But you were just such a girl's girl.
Thank
and you were so positive and you were just so welcoming. Mind you, I know you and Nikki are close.
Yeah.
You know, because you could have been like, oh, she's bringing these bitches
Right.
on from Basketball Wives. You know, it could have been whatever, because I know there's sometimes women could be catty, but
Right.
and so I felt like, damn, I really like her, because you and Nikki too. Like, are you guys good? Are you comfortable with what you're wearing? Like the whole time,
Right.
I was like, this is
That's so
dope.
important. You know, it's so important. We live in and again, like, I think that I'm in such a different space in my life, you know, and even then I was in a different space in my life. So it's like, I'm not in competition with anybody. Like, you know, the more the merrier. I want to be around beautiful women. I feel like what you're around is what you exude, you know? So if I'm around beautiful, positive women, then hopefully that rubs off on me too.
Yeah. No, you definitely welcomed us, and I appreciate it, because I know I probably didn't look nervous, but bitch, it was my first video, and I'm like, what am I wearing? What am I doing? You got the Claremont twins. I'm like, they're gonna be twerking, and
I was like, Mom, let's just go.
yeah,
I was like, let's just go.
she had DM'd me. Nikki had DM'd me and was like, hey, you know, I'm doing this video shoot, and I would love for you and your daughter to do it. And I remember thinking, okay, I think I could do this.
Right. It'll be fun. It's an experience.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys did it.
I'm glad too,
Yeah.
because it goes down in the books, the slow motion walk. I'm like, wow, we was in a Nikki video,
The
bitch.
wall slide.
I walked over the wall.
It was good. It was so good.
So Brooke, Mom said her first impression on you. What was your first impression of Mom?
I've always thought that she was beautiful, and from Basketball Wives Miami, I was always a fan. You know, I'm like, oh gosh, she's spicy like me. You know what I mean? I feel like our personalities kind of marry each other. So, but meeting in person, she's just as sweet as what I felt like she was. I know, like, I've done television, so sometimes when we're doing TV, you know, you know, we might give a little bit more than what we usually would, you know, and not just for TV, just in the situations that we're put in, you know, because it's kind of like, bitch, what? And everything happens so fast, you know, so you're reacting fast, so you don't have time to, like, really think, like, oh, okay, let me just chill a little bit. So I felt like, you know, sometimes that she's misunderstood, and I felt like that about myself too a lot, you know, because I wasn't always on video sets where people were like, you know, accepting or helpful. You know, the other women weren't girls, you know. Then back then when I was doing them, it was like a light skin thing versus a dark skin thing. So I experienced all those different things. So I can understand when some women are just misunderstood in certain situations. So yeah, I just felt like she's just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the out.
Oh,
Thank you
that's
for
sweet.
it. Thank you. How do you feel? So I know I could explain this too, but how did our friendship evolve outside of the show?
Oh my
Because
God.
we filmed a crazy season together, because that was the season of
oh God, I had to think back, and now it just came back with the colonics and the wigs, and just, it was a lot going on.
it was a crazy, and that was our first season shooting together.
But we actually met up, well, not on purpose, but the boys had a football game.
Yes.
So we went to Pasadena for Julian and Leo's football game, and then we ended up going to go eat afterwards, and that's when we really sat down and we were just like talking. And were you like 100% sure at that point that you were coming back?
I believe we were negotiating
I
the
think,
comeback
I don't think
to
you
come.
were. So yeah, you were kind of still negotiating your contract. And we really weren't talking show stuff. We were like hanging out and just having a good time, you know? And then, from that point on, it was just kind of like,
yes.
we just vibed, you know? Just, she had good energy. I gave good energy. So, yeah.
It was good.
Like a natural...
It was a natural, like, we just naturally connected. I was, from the Nikki shoot, I was like, I fuck with her, I like her. And then we talked about that we talked about this on the show, but her brother, like her family dynamic, like Leo got close to Julian, her nephew. So it was like, it just happened, which I'm glad that we did get along, because that would have been so awkward.
I know.
If we didn't like each other.
I know, and you're friends with my family. It's like, how am I? And my mom, like, she's been on trips with my mother, you know, out the country. So it's kind of like, if I don't like her, like, how is this going to work? Because everybody has to stop talking to her.
Right. I see your mom is like, so we went to Mexico. We went to Cabo together.
Your mom was there?
Yeah. Her mom was there.
That.
And so we went on like a little spring break trip. So it was like the kids, her brother's wife, and then her mom went. And I was like, you know what? She's cool as shit. Like, her mom is a vibe. I see why they're a vibe.
Thank you.
You know, like, she, you know, obviously she's a little older, but she's so pretty. And she's
the
like,
life of the party.
She got,
she is.
Brooke, your mother was drinking me under the table.
What? Any day. I can't drink like her. No. Like, what? She could outdrink all of us
for
on
sure.
any given day.
She was on vacation. She was like, "We're gonna have drinks, tequila."
Yes,
I
love it.
You would love her.
Seriously,
actually, you could go on vacation with her alone, because she's a vibe.
She's such a vibe. We just went to a winery for her birthday.
Oh,
we took her over the weekend, and she had such an amazing time. It was so nice too. Like, I drove like 2 hours, but you know, I don't do no driving, so you know that was a big deal for me.
Big deal, Brooke.
It was like 4 hours round trip, you know, driving. So I was like, you know, I really, really love you. You know,
you don't like driving?
What? No.
You hate it?
What? No. I like, everywhere that I've ever lived, I have to live in neighborhoods where everything is at my fingertips.
By.
Yeah, because the driving, I just can't do it. Like, traffic, I'll ride, but drive,
no.
That was a big thing for me.
I don't like super long drives either. So you went for your mom's birthday. There her homegirl go.
Yes, her homegirl.
What's her name?
Mary.
Mary?
Yes, Mary is a vibe. Do you
her.
remember how drunk my mom got on the show and all that? She don't want to talk about it. But yeah, we were talking about it at the winery, and Mary was there, and I was like, you was going off on production, telling them, I'm good, I can drive. I said, okay, girl.
Listen, they got so litty on the show, and her mom was like, we love you, Mom.
Yes.
We love you. Actually, I think everybody watched the show loving her even more because she had to lay down. It was like a situation during shooting, but
the bottle took over.
She's a vibe.
Wait, how old is your mom?
She just turned 71.
I love it.
Yeah.
And she's like living.
What? Living life.
Living.
Yes.
I love that, because I feel like people think because you grow older, like your life ends after 50 or something, and it bothers me.
It just starts, actually.
Yeah, like, you get better with age.
Do not. I'm telling you, I remember when I was like in my 20s and I'm thinking I'm hot shit. You know, my aunties, they like, girl, like, we could be talking about sex, dating, life. And they like, girl, you haven't even lived yet. Like, sex gets better. Everything changes in your life. Like, everything as you get older. And it gets better and you get wiser.
Right.
You know, so you even make better decisions for yourself. And those decisions end up turning into some of your best memories.
Right. And when you're that age, you're like, okay, this is just old people
I was rolling
talking.
my eyes like, y'all don't even know. Girl, I was not doing nothing. Okay, now I know.
Was your mom a single mom?
She was a single
With
mom.
you
Like,
guys?
she's been married before, but she was a single mom for the majority of our lives.
Yeah.
So I had like my grandparents, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
That's
a big
nice.
family.
Huge.
I met her family. Everybody likes to have a good time, actually.
Yeah. Everybody in my family.
Everybody.
Like, we're going to have, anywhere we go, like, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And it's so many of us, we don't need, like, outsiders to come, so we can turn, like, the house into a party.
I love that.
Right.
That's
You
so
know,
nice.
I mean, I feel like everybody have family. Like, we all have, even our family, like, we all have our, you know, whatever issues and dysfunction or whatever. I think it's natural, but I feel like when it's important, you guys really do come together.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I love that about your family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, what was your toughest part about being on reality TV?
The toughest part, well, I didn't realize it until recently, taking this break from Basketball Wives, the arguing, because I have like so much peace.
You
What's
mean you
your
don't miss
sign?
us?
I'm a Cancer.
You are Cancer. Oh, Jupiter's in Cancer
Yeah,
right now.
exactly, girl. I'm winning.
I love that for you.
I'm winning. Thank you. Yes. So it's like, I really didn't realize it until like this break, you know? Like when I came back to basketball wise, I was still married. And, you know, my children, everything was just going as regular. And then I started going through my divorce, you know. Well, we were still kind of like trying to figure it out. And then I lost my daughter, and then I went right back to work. But I needed to, and I didn't know how much I needed to until I got this break, because the place that I'm in right now is so different from where I was at. And if I wasn't working then, I probably would not be sitting here. I'd probably be somewhere insane,
Right.
you know? But I needed that. I needed to work. I needed to be busy. I needed to have a schedule. Now it's kind of like, woo, hair in the wind, you know? Like, I'm just like really so peaceful and just, you know, I've healed so much. I don't know what's my eyes are just watering up. Like I took my allergy pills this morning.
Don't worry, it's okay.
It might be. It might be the dogs.
And they were all over you when you came in.
But yeah, I'm not crying, guys. Like, not yet. But yeah, I'm in such I don't know, I'm just in a good space. You know, like this space is just, it's peaceful. You know, I just do what I want to do.
Right.
So
freedom.
Freedom. You know, like that freedom is nothing like it. And I really didn't realize, like, even though the place that I was in, you know, like when everything happened in my life, and then I went back to work compared to where I am now. It's like the arguing didn't bother me. It didn't wear on me. It was like I probably needed to release that, you know, like anger that was probably built up. Well, not probably was, you know, and just angry at life in general. So it's like that was kind of like therapeutic in a sense. And now I'm just kind of like,
right.
You know,
I remember us having conversations when we were shooting. Because it is a lot, no matter who's on the show, like there's always something going on. It takes, I've said it 1,000 times, but for 4 months, your life is just like up in the air in a way, you know, and you're trying to juggle everything that you're dealing with. But obviously for you, you were dealing with something that most parents would never want to even experience and live. And I remember talking to you on the phone and being like, bitch, how are you doing this? You know, how are you doing this? You know, and I was sometimes concerned for you because I know that at times you were like, I can't shoot tomorrow or the next day because mentally I need a break. And production was pretty good about giving that to you, you know?
Yeah, they gave me a lot of grace.
Yeah, because, you know, Brandy, one of the producers on the show, she has kids. So everybody was very, very understanding. But I will say you are one of, I've told you this here, I tell you off camera, you are one of the strongest people that I know.
Thank you.
And just even with all of the craziness, just always kind and always just, you know, supportive of everyone else, especially with everything that you deal with every day. You know, so yeah, I think you need, I want to always give you your flowers.
And beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I have a question, because you mentioned being mad at life or God, so to speak.
Yeah. Not God. I was never
Not
mad.
God.
No, I was never mad at
life.
him. Yeah, just life.
How do you get past that?
Oh, I've been in therapy.
Got it.
I was already in therapy with my ex-husband. So we just pivoted and he lost his oldest child too.
Wow.
Yeah, so he started to deal with a lot of things that he didn't deal with at the time of us going to therapy. So our marriage counseling just basically kind of turned more into grief, you know? And and I'm still in therapy. Like, I love my therapist. She's amazing, you know? But I definitely have graduated, you know, like I was going every week, you know? Now I see her once or twice a month, you know? So I've definitely graduated and I'm in a better place, you know, just mentally. I was never angry at God. It's so crazy and ironic because I was fasting when my daughter passed away. And the day that she passed was the day that I broke my fast. It was my last day already. And I was actually supposed to fast the week before, but we were still filming. And I was like, oof, I'm going to need to have a drink in confessional. So I'm not going to fast yet. I'm going to wait, you know. And, and then I thank God that I was fasting during that time, because mentally and spiritually I was in a healthy place. I mean, it's never something that you want to accept or, deal with. But I was able to, I don't even know if the word receive it better, is proper to use. But, I mean, it still hit me like a ton of bricks. But just mentally, I was in a healthy place.
Right.
So I wasn't spiraling like I probably would have if I wasn't in that space, because I was like in praise and worship for all those days. So that kind of prepared me. And it's so crazy because while I was fasting, my mom was actually fasting with me as well. And she and I both, the Holy Spirit came to both of us during our fast, and like I heard her name, like he was whispering her name, and I usually don't answer my phone like when I'm fasting, like from sun up to sun set, but she called me the day before and I answered her, and I'm so happy that I did, but it's just like, I literally believe everything happens for a reason, I don't know what all the reasons are all the time, but I know that, there was a reason.
Yeah. I think for me it was so, are you fine going into this?
I'm
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
I mean, I might get
Because
a
I
little,
want to be able to use this as like a teaching tool,
Of
and how
course.
could we, eventually what advice can you give someone going through the same thing?
I get these questions every single day, and I can't answer everyone. So this
Yeah.
is great too.
It's
'Cause
mental
I've
health,
never
yeah.
been able to really like express it like this. Like not on the show because everything happens so fast, and then we move forward so quickly. So
I remember the day. So I know if I remember the day, you remember the
Yes.
day. But I remember the day because you were in the kitchen. And I had saw online, and I may have touched on this on the show, but I saw online that it was going viral that this happened, that your daughter was in this accident. And I remember going to the kitchen and I hugged you and I was crying because you just never know. Like you take life for granted. Everything's going a mile a minute, and you just don't realize that any one of us could leave this, walk out of here today, and that could be the last person. That could be the last day that you're seeing me.
Right.
So I hugged you in the kitchen down. Do you remember that?
Yeah, she's not much of like a long hugger. And I was like, this is going on
Yeah.
for a while. I was like, okay. But yeah, and then you told me what happened.
What happened?
Yeah.
So, seeing what was going on online and hearing what happened with Kayla, I went downstairs and I gave her such a hug because I'm like, man, this is so heartbreaking. And I think what was even, I have goosebumps, but what was even hard for me, and we hadn't filmed a show and we didn't get as close as where we're at today, but just her social media was still everything. Her
still
having
there.
a great time that night,
Right.
and her just looking so beautiful. Her flowers. I remember her holding flowers.
Yeah.
Her girlfriend, like they were having such a good time. And it was still on there.
Right.
And I was just thinking, like, I can't even imagine for you what that was like, just having to like see that, know what was going on.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to a parent dealing with grief?
That is such a great question because everyone deals with grief differently. There was so much negativity on the way that I dealt with things, and then there was so much positivity as well, just because everyone has their own opinion, or they've never been in the situation, but they say what they think that they would do if they were in the situation. No matter what your faith is or what you believe in, if you believe in a higher power or not, the only thing that you really can do is ride the wave. Like, if you try to dodge it, it's just going to hit you harder later.
Right.
So you have to ride the wave, and you have to learn how to live with it. Like, I have to learn how to live with grief. And that's been one of, my biggest challenges, with grief, is learning how to live with it. You know, like in my family personally, like everyone that's passed away has been elderly. You know, they've lived a beautiful life. Like I have aunts that lived to 102, you know, so it's not so like, you know, sad. You know what I mean? It's like they lived a beautiful life. God promised us 77 years and plus, you know, so it's like, okay. So to have such a young, beautiful life taken away, it's kind of like it's not real all the time too. You know, it's like was she real? You know what I mean? It's kind of like you question so many things, but you have to ride the wave of grief. You have to take care of yourself, like by any means necessary, whatever it is. Like I've went through so many different stages of taking care of myself over these last few years. To this stage, I feel like is my happiest stage, you know? It still hurts. I'm sitting here crying, nose running, you know, but it's my happiest stage of grief. And a lot of people may not understand that, but that's the best way that I can explain it. Where I could get out the bed and I could brush my teeth every day, you know, because there was a time I couldn't.
Right.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And I think it's one of those. It's something that you're always going to feel. Like it's not going to go away at all ever.
It's
so I know
always going to feel like the day of. My father also lost his oldest son, so it's like, you know, I asked him but I was like in elementary school and I really didn't know him that well. But still, I asked my dad, like, you know, like, how did you do it? And he's like, it still hurts. You know, you know, you that hurt never goes away. You literally have to learn how to live with it, because if not, it will suck you in and swallow you up and spit you out, and you'll just be no good. And it's like, I do have other children, you know, and I still want to live life, you know, and you have to relearn how to live life differently now, you know, because like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's like I carried her, you know. I was so joyful in my baby shower. Like just thinking about all of those things. She made me a mom. It's my firstborn. So, you know, that's why it's kind of like, damn, like, was this
and
even...
the only girl.
Yeah, and my only girl. Yeah. So, and then she's such a girl's girl. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, twin, like literally twins.
Exactly. Like my twin, like everything. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just, you really, and you have to give your life a purpose, and you also have to give their death a purpose. You know, like how I do the foundation, you know, and try to do things in her honor, or just even personal things that I do, you know, like just, you have to give it some type of purpose, you know, like to help you to keep going, you know. So, like I said, I've had different stages, and even though I'm crying now, it's like this is my happiest stage of the grief, you know, because I'm able to do so many things that, you know, I was not able to do for so long, or it would just swallow me up sometimes, because sometimes I put a shell over me because I don't want to feel it. But then once I take the shell off, it's hitting me harder. So when I say those things, like I'm talking from experience. Like I feel like, you know, I definitely hit a bottom. You know, definitely hit a bottom. And I might not have shown up and looked like I did. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely did.
Right. You are, like you said earlier, I know you're proactive with the therapy, because even during shooting, Brooke didn't play no games. Like if we had something to do Saturday, they knew you have that. Brooke has that session in the morning, and whatever needs to be, you know, done after. And you, I don't want to say you've done a good job balancing it, but again, I mean, you did, because I mean, it's just not hard doing what we do as far as, you know, shooting a show and a reality show like that. So it's, you know, we love you, and we thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
She's like,
no, I'm just thinking, because like people, like I feel like people, which is why I said angry at God, because I feel like people do get angry with God. Of course. Or the universe, or whatever source you are connected to, right? Of course. And sometimes things happen and we don't always have the reason. So it's like, why God? You know, like kind of thing. And it's like, and I've dealt with that, and you have, and it's like, why?
Probably too, because I was raised in the church, like since I could remember, you know, and one of the things like that we were always taught is like, you don't question God, you know, like his decisions are for a reason. We may not understand it, but it is a reason. So just with my faith by itself is probably why. And then also because I was fasting, I was reading my Bible, you know, I was just in a different place mentally. But when I first got the news, I think that I did cry out like, why? You know what I mean? Like, you told me if I was faithful to you that you would be faithful to me, you know, and that, you know, and I was doing everything. I felt like I'm doing everything that's right, you know, and like I'm fasting for my marriage. I'm fasting for my son. I wasn't fasting for my daughter because she didn't have anything that I needed to fast for, you know. And because I just didn't know, I was like in such a space where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my marriage. My youngest son's getting into trouble, you know, so I was fasting for those reasons. And so when that happened, I think that, you know, when I initially got the call, that I was like, you know, like, what the hell? Like, you know, I'm fasting for you. Like, I'm, you know, on bended knee, you know, praying, like, what is going on?
Right.
So, but I never was angry at him for taking her.
Yeah. What kind of, was it like a Daniel's fast?
No, I was just doing just a straight fast. Yeah, just like reading my Bible, you know, watching the different sermons, just praise and worship. Yeah. I was just giving up certain things. Social media I had gave up, you know.
That's what I was going to ask you. Anything, food, drinking?
Yeah, foods. I was just drinking water from sun up to sunset.
Okay.
I think another piece of advice, because, you know, I was thinking about your foundation and you had that beautiful event on the show.
Thank you.
And so sometimes, even with my situation, totally different, but when you start a foundation or you learn how to turn that pain into purpose, it really does something to you.
It does.
You know, it like feeds your soul in a way where you're like, okay, this happened to me, but I'm going to start this foundation, or I'm going to do these things, volunteer my time, whatever it is that you decide to do, to be able to, I don't know, it feels like you're channeling that energy in a sense.
It's giving it a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, this happened to me. So either I can be a victim, you know, and just sit in this and sulk in it, or I can do something proactive to help others. And when you're doing that and helping others, it makes you feel good. And also, it also still makes me feel like a piece of her is like here with me in that sense. Like, I know a piece of her is with me. Like, we talk all the time, you know, but doing something proactive in her name, you know, bringing awareness to who she was, who she is, like, all those things to me are just so important.
You know what made me think of something? Have you ever felt like really connected to her, like, but in dreams, or did anything ever happen and you're just like that?
You know what's so crazy? So she went away to college, you know, right after high school, and then she left after a few years, and she came and moved with me in New Jersey. And one day, her and I were getting dressed. We're gonna go out together, and we're just talking, and she's like, "Oh my God, Mom, you know, like, I have this hair that grows on my wrist, you know, it's like gets really long and it's really thick." And I was like, "Are you serious?" We both have it in the same exact spot. Like, it's right here. Like, it's thick, it's dark, and it grows. When she passed it, it broke off. And then it grew back. And then it would break off when I would get, like, really, really sad. And then this is the strongest that it's been in a long time. So I, like, never cut it. But we both have it on the same wrist in the same exact spot.
Wow.
So it's like, I know, you know, she comes to me in dreams, you know. So, like, we do have, she's a bully, too. Like, you know, people say I'm a bully, but, like, in a good way, you know.
You're only a bully when somebody pisses you off.
And I don't even think I'm a bully then. I just stand my ground. I'm passionate about how I feel about things, you know?
Right.
So, but I will always call her, like, my bully. Like, girl, like, stop trying to bully me, you know? So now I feel like she bullied her way through. And, you know, sometimes when I make decisions about things, I'm like, oh, she wouldn't like this. Or, oh, she would be cheering me on. You know what I mean? So,
right.
You feel like she's your guardian angel?
Definitely. Like, I always say, like, probably I know that she's sitting at the right hand of God, you know, and I definitely feel like she's guiding me, protecting me, because she did that like in life. So yeah,
right.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
Well, let's. I'm gonna switch the energy. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about all the online chatter.
Brooke has me crying. Hold on.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
I can't look at you.
I couldn't look at you.
I'm trying to control my tears.
Yeah. You're a mom now, so
Yeah.
it's when you have kids and you obviously hear her story, it's really difficult. So.
Okay. Sean, can I have
We need tissue. We need tissue on set.
Oh my God.
Oh.
This is my first time crying actually on her episode.
Is
Really?
It? Yeah. I'm like,
Sorry.
wait, I'm usually the crybaby.
And I'm like, hold on.
I've gotten much better,
my
sis.
first tears. Okay.
I feel like I've gotten so good. Every episode of the show, I was always crying. That would be like, here goes Evelyn crying again. Evelyn cries when she's mad, she's sad. Like, God damn.
You were crying a lot.
I have to tell myself one season, bitch. Like, bitch, don't cry.
I would be like, Mom, why are you crying?
You know what? I was
can't help it.
I know I can't help it, and you know sometimes it's the things that happen on the show, and whether it's you being broke, whatever it is, it's like sometimes things are so triggering that you're just like, what?
Yeah.
You know, so it's tough, but that's Leo coming in.
Okay.
So let's talk about the online chat. Let's talk about the online chatter.
Oh Lord.
And how do you handle like the fake stories and the false narratives? Because I have seen some stories about you, bitch, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna hit Brooke about this because I know it's not true. Like,
I'm like, who's just making up stuff? Like, and then I'm like, cool, I'm not on this season. Like, I'm gonna be chill, I'm gonna be low key. And then I'm trending for like 3 months. I'm like, bro, this is not what I was looking for on my break. Like,
no, you thought you were gonna take a break from the show and you were gonna be under the radar, and you weren't. I think the funniest one for me was the fact that it was going viral that you were dating Jim Jones.
Girl, that was funny for me. But not just dating, married and pregnant.
Married and pregnant.
And then I had a fight with Chrissy and she gave me a black eye.
No, it's crazy.
It's like this whole AI thing on YouTube now. So it literally every single YouTube video that I saw, they had like 100,000 hits. Like when it first, I was like, this is crazy, and people are really in my comments.
Yeah. So so you dating Jim Jones was one of the craziest rumors, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm not even gonna hit her about this shit, you know, because I knew it wasn't true. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And even
you know about my dating life.
Yeah, and even production was like, so is there anything you need to tell us? And I'm like, no, like literally. So how did you feel that was going so viral?
So it's so crazy. So maybe a week or two before it went actually like viral, where it was like, all right, now guys, this is getting crazy. So my aunt had sent my sister cousin the YouTube link. She sent it to me. I exited. Like, this is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dumb. It was like one video. Like, I didn't even watch the whole thing because it was just like, this is dumb. And who's doing this? Then the next week, when my Instagram, people were in the comments, like basically calling me a home wrecker, like, where's Jim? And I'm like, so I responded. I said, who's Jim? I literally had forgot about the YouTube video because I'm like, I'm single, you know, like, who's Jim? Like, you know, what's up, you know? So they responded back with like laughing faces or something. So I still was like clueless to what they were talking about. Next thing I know, it goes viral. It's on the blogs. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Now, I had just did a podcast and I talked about it like that was so fake, whatever. You know, like, I don't know where that came from. But I was supposed to do that podcast like probably earlier that month, and it just happened to be like, that's what I'm saying, everything happens for a reason. It was rescheduled, and I just happened to do it right when all this stuff went viral. So it was like perfect timing. But I'm just like, that was crazy. Jim Jones.
Yeah, I think.
And no diss or nothing, but it's like everybody know I like chocolate men too, so it was just kind of like, come on, like you guys are way off the radar.
Right. I also think that, you know, we are in a time where, like you said, AI or things that are uploaded. I have seen shit about me, and I'm sure y'all too, but it'll have like 400,000 views, and I'm just like, that is not, none of that, whatever they're talking about is not true. But it kind of, it starts growing legs, and it becomes like, I've seen stuff about you that I'm just
Me
like,
too. Yeah, and I think it's unfortunate because with the AI videos, it's like you don't know what's real.
It's
and
an
what's
AI
fake.
voice.
Yeah.
It's like they had pictures of me supposedly pregnant. It's a new one that's going around right now, AI of me, which I've ignored, and it hasn't went viral, but it was like all over Twitter and Instagram and TikTok that I didn't come back to the show because I was in jail, or I'm fighting a case behind Kayla because I didn't say her last words.
what?
I was like, yes.
Stop.
And they have me in an orange jumpsuit in court. But what they did was take one of my, because I'm like, I know exactly what picture this is from. So they basically put me in a courtroom behind the table in an orange jumpsuit. But I know the picture, my hair and makeup, is from a picture I really took and posted.
I haven't seen that one.
Crazy.
No.
So
It's
I just
crazy.
like block the pages now because I'm just like,
You
I'm
got
not
to,
even.
you can't, and you like, you sometimes know where certain rumors come from, and sometimes you're just like, okay,
Those two,
I can't.
I have no idea.
It's just too much. So you just block out the noise. Like you're kind of used to it too, because people knew you way before Basketball Wives.
Yeah.
You know,
I was a video vixen. I was a Wild 'N Out girl. I did the reality show Candy Girl. So like I already had people saying things, and because I was a video vixen, then on top of that, you know, it's like, oh, you know, it was like a stigma on that. So it was like, I'm used to it, and it's like, girl, say whatever. Like, I don't care at this point.
I don't care either.
I really don't care. Like, none of the online stuff bothers me. The only time it will bother me if it's personal, like if it's someone that I know. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bitch, you took this shit to social media. Like, you know what I mean? But you could have took the phone and called me, which doesn't really happen often, you know, but still it's kind of like, unless it's like show stuff, that doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's like, all right, cool, whatever, you know.
Right. I don't ever respond to anything unless if it is show stuff, I'll respond to the person on the show. Right. Because I'm like, all right, the show's airing. We could do whatever the show thing. Because remember, we was in the comments arguing one season. But it was with people that were on the show. Because, you know, people start saying slick things. Or you may have said something and somebody's sensitive. And we've laughed typing up a response. I'm like,
I'm going to say this.
I'm like, hold on, Brooke.
And I'll be like, wait. Delete that. Say this. Like,
she'll be like,
laughing.
no, Evelyn, don't say that.
Yes.
Just, you know, so
I'm like, you know, the people are going to turn that around.
But the people that I love, like the followers, are the ones that, like, if they see something negative under your picture, they go for that.
Oh, I love that. I love them. I'm like, yeah, get them.
Yes.
I have a crew. Like, don't bother me.
Them. Right. So, what would you say is the biggest misconception people have about you?
That I'm a bully. I'm really not a bully, and I'm not a mean girl. You know, like, I really am a girl's girl, but I'm just, certain energies I just don't vibe with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's normal. That's with anyone. So I just feel like, you know, especially on the show, like, certain girls will come on the show, and I just like, I don't fuck with her. Like, I'll know, like, off the rip, it's like, you have bad energy. You know what I mean? So we just don't mix. My good energy, your bad energy, is like oil and water. So off the rip, and it's like, all right, I could tell you about to come for me. So cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'm a little bit more seasoned with doing television. So it's like they feel like, oh, I'm about to come on here no, all right, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna end it. So
right.
So then it's like, oh, she's a bully, and then I'm tall, I'm a little thick, So then people are like,
you know
she's
what? I
big
think
and a
you get
bully.
that because when you argue, you don't fuck around. Like when Brooke argues, she is taking it to hell. But to your defense, it was like you didn't really start the argument or whatever. Like you're shooting the show or somebody's like pissing you off or whatever.
I literally try to let them come for me first. Like it's
me too.
I'm like, you know what? If it's going to be a thing, I'm not going to start it.
Yeah.
Like I'm really not a starter. I'm a finisher. So
that's like you.
I feel like I never. I mean, you've watched the show. Yes. I feel like I never like start. Like I'm never gunning for just you. I feel like I'm always addressing some stupid shit that's happened.
Then it blows up.
Then it blows. Then I done said.
And then you're the bully.
Right. Then I'm the bully. Or I done said some fucked up shit in that argument because it's like. But
so who's your favorite this season?
Oh, that's hard. Okay, so I mean,
don't say Brandy.
I fuck with Brandy and Evelyn, so
I'm joking. We love you, Brandy.
I fuck with both of them, so it's hard. It's like those my girls, so it's kind of like, get them. I'm like rooting for both of them. So
okay.
You don't like nobody else?
I like Ty and Ming on the show. Yep. I do like Ty and Ming. I feel like they bring a great dynamic to the show. I do feel like they're good television. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it's not that I don't like the other people except for like one or two, but it's not that I don't like them. I just don't feel like, being in that environment, you got to bring it. You got to give. You know what I'm saying? And you can't like warm up to it. You got to, and it's not always about coming in hot. It's just like come in, let your presence be known. Like it's hard for me to do television with like people who are like meek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, baby, like
right.
Get with the program.
Yeah, like what did you do in your interview to get here? Whatever you did in that interview to get here, you should be doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like put some pep in your step and like let's get this going, because if not, then the season drags. You know, and then it doesn't get good until mid-season towards the end. And it's like, we wasted all this airtime for what?
Yeah.
So
and whenever you have a cast member that comes in like that, it's hard for us that have done it a little longer, because then it puts pressure on us to what are we doing? What are we doing this season?
Right.
Because I mean, I wish we could have every episode where we're just kind of like sitting down, baking a cake, baking a cake together, sipping on a little tea, going to work out. Like, I want to do those things, but that's not what this is. That's not the full formula of what the show is. So I get it, but it puts pressure on the other cast members.
We'll be on the phone afterwards, like, girl, so the next scene tomorrow, like, we got to turn this shit up. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, that just fell so flat. Like, it's disappointing for us, because like we're trying to make television. And even though it is our real lives and real situations, it's still, like, people are going to be watching. They want to be entertained. So you do have that pressure as being seasoned on the show. And then the new girls come in and it's like off the rip, either they're going to pick a side or they're not, And I do understand that too, because it's like, damn, like you don't really know what to do, where to go, or how to navigate. But I feel like we're really good with that, like trying to help the newbies. Like, look, I don't care if you gotta cuss me out. I do not care. Like, baby, like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Evelyn's the same way. Like, okay, if we're not gonna be cool, we're not gonna be cool. But they really, it's hard. They're still in their feelings. And I think that's a thing too. Like, I'm not in my feelings. I don't care. I might be pissed off in the moment, but by the time that car drops me off at home, I'm over it. Like, girl, what you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we talk about it and we laugh. Like, I'm not mad no more. I'm over it.
I feel like that's the OG mentality though. Okay, so we're going to pop into dating.
Uh-oh.
What?
Tears is really going.
The tears are really going to come down. Dating in 2025. What is that like for Brooke Bailey?
Is
it what all the ladies
let me get
feel?
Let me get the mic close.
From Brooke Bailey.
You know,
I love your name, by the way.
Thank
It
you.
flows so well,
Thank you. I literally have sweat and tears at the same time. So
that's what dating is like.
Right,
sweat and
tears, okay? In real life, okay? But no, dating for me right now isn't bad, you know, honestly. And I think it's not bad because I'm comfortable if I'm single or in a relationship. Like, I can go either way, you know? I'm not pressed about anything. I'm cool with being alone, you know? I could do whatever I want to do. I don't need a man to take care of me financially. Yeah, so it's just kind of like, you want to do this or not? You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing nothing. I'm not thirsty. I'm not, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, if you want to be here, be here. If not, I'm cool with that too. Life is just kind of like a breeze for me right now. So, yeah, just going with the flow.
Love that for you.
Thank you. As your friend.
I knew she was going to have something to say.
Somebody that knows that you be driving the men's a little cray-cray. Friend, what I mean, I'm talking about cray-cray. Like, borderline, I want to pop up at your house. I'm like, what is Brooke, what are you doing in the bedroom to these men?
You know, I am very comfortable sexually within, you know, what I like, you know, and I'm very vocal about those things or physical about them, either way. I think that too, men probably are surprised, you know, once we get in the bedroom, probably because I'm not as,
you don't look like a freak? Is that what you're saying? You actually do look like one. You give off. I think you naturally exude.
I think that I naturally exude sex.
Yes.
I think that I am sensual. I am, you know, I think that I definitely have that, right?
Right.
And I think that that's why it was like easy for me to do like music videos and stuff because I could sell it, okay? So, but I don't know. Now that you're saying that, maybe. But I don't know. I'm just really comfortable and I'm also I don't have the patience either. So it's like I might, you know, have this great sexual relationship with you and then you might do something and I'm just like, oh, I'm good. And I'm not calling you. I'm not chasing you down. I'm just like over here. And they're confused about that because a lot of men, you know, that are established or, you know, comfortable in life, women are chasing them. And I'm just not a chaser. Because I just feel like if this is what you want, then this is where you're going to be. And if we have an issue and we can talk about it and move past it, great. But if your communication is like elementary, I can't do it because I am a communicator. You know, I don't have a problem with vocalizing how I feel about things, good or bad. And I'm also able to move past things. Like, we're adults, so I'm not going to stay like hooked up on just this one issue and we can't get past it. But some men just don't know how to be vocal and express themselves, good or bad, mostly when it's bad, because they're afraid, like, oh, she's going to leave, or afraid of how it's going to sound. But I feel like I'm so easygoing and easy to talk to, and I'm not a big judger either. Like, you know, I'm not going to judge you on what you like or what you don't like or if you messed up or whatever, you know? So, but people aren't used to that. You know, men aren't used to that. They're more so feel like they need to lie and cover things up or just not be forthcoming. So for me, that's a lie, you know, and I just can't deal with a liar. Like, that's... For me, it's because what am I going to do? Spank you? Like, what am I do?
What am I going to do?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I ask the question, I already know the answer.
Right. Can you get past stinky balls?
No.
I know what the stinky balls.
The stinky balls always. I'm always curious.
My nose is so sensitive, like a pregnant woman, like my whole life. Okay, and I can't get past. The hygiene has to be top tier teeth, like all those things are important to me. Manis, petties, like take care. Self-care is the best care.
Right.
And if you take care of yourself, then I know you could take care of me. So
Right.
if your balls stink, like I'm past it.
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
Because if your balls stink, then it's coming out your pores too. So then no cologne, nothing could cover that up, and I'm just out. Like that's not gonna work. Bubble bath. You need to clean your gut. You know.
Right.
It's a lot going on,
Yeah.
and I don't have the patience.
Yeah, I asked you because I know you're very OCD, so I know that's a no-brainer.
Yes,
I'm into that as well. Like teeth.
That is a thing.
God. Yes.
Get your teeth clean.
Don't
go
get
to
me
the dentist.
started on that.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
But I've had one or two
'Cause there's your
boyfriends.
friend.
I've had about two that their teeth, like I always want to I'm like, what if we did something a little down there, or like got them a little straightened or something.
Because maybe
and I can't help
they
it.
need to be cleaned out and you can't get to it good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Straighten it and then, dig and clean out because maybe it's like, I feel like I need a rubber band. I'm so hot. Thank you. These are my natural teeth.
Oh, they're your natural teeth?
Do you have one in your bag?
I wasn't sure.
Yes, I do.
Beautiful
you want me to grab?
Yeah,
give it
please.
to you?
It should be right on top, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you have amazing teeth.
She's making me hot with all this
That's
dating talk. I'm sweating. My back is hot.
I know.
Thank you so much.
But I know. Brooke is very. You know what else I know about you?
What?
You're very. I think the reason why the men's go a little crazy, especially when you're like, all right, whatever, like done with it, but they don't want it to be over. I feel you're very attentive.
Yes.
You're one of those, you're very attentive, babe, what do you need? Here's your plate. You're I don't want to say old school because I don't want to act
but
like
it is a little old school. Like my grandmother, served my grandfather. Like that was something that I did see growing up. And then she talked to us a lot about marriage and courting and, when you get married and, when you're dating, like the things that you're supposed to do, like a woman's position. And I very much so love doing that. Like I'm a Cancer woman, so I'm already naturally like motherly and nurturing and giving, so I love to do that, like I don't have a problem with rubbing my man's feet or cooking for him or cleaning or hiring the people to clean, but either way it's gonna get done, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so those things are important to me though. So it's like I like to take care of a home and make a home, like that's important to me. So I definitely feel like that does contribute to it. And then sometimes men are just stupid, like they just mess up things and then they realize once they messed up, like what they messed up and what they had, and then they want it back. And then those mess ups change us as women. It changes us. It's like you don't look at them the same or you're not looking with those same loving eyes, So I feel like for me, because I'm so free, like financially and emotionally and spiritually, it's just like I don't want to deal with this thing. I don't want to do this anymore. Like guys really literally can't believe it. Like, what do you mean? Like, like no.
They can't believe when you're not fawning over them.
Exactly.
Because I'm not a chaser.
I'm not. I just feel like I'm gonna love on you when you're mine, and when
you're not.
Yeah, when you're not.
Right.
And I usually don't like backdoor. Like I don't go back. Like I'm not a person to be like, oh, let me, like it's not my thing.
We talked about that.
Yeah, like circling the block again.
Like circling the block. I don't think that I've ever really done that. Because it's kind of like. And then I usually end up like being friends with them because I'm cool too, and they were cool obviously because we dated. So I'm glad that we can leave on good terms and have a friendship and laugh. And you tell me about all the girls you're dogging out now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Glad it's not me.
Right. Do you want to get married again?
Definitely.
You are. She's.
I'm the marrying type.
Yeah.
You are.
How long were you married for? Your first marriage? One marriage?
No, I've been married 3 times.
3 times,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I'm going to just say 2.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, 2.5. So, so the first time I was married almost 5 years. And then this last time we were together for almost 10 years and married for almost 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at me. We're like,
So you want to get married again?
Definitely.
But you are single. Just as anyone special.
I'm single until I get married. So even if I'm in a relationship with someone, and
so I had a little bit of a jealous moment with Brooke's dating. While we were, so Brooke decides to take a break from the show. I'm like, really, bitch? You just gonna leave me in the trenches? Great.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, who the fuck am I gonna have now? You know what I mean? Because
I'm like, you and Brittany need to make up.
yeah, you did.
I did.
She did. She called me and I was on the baseball field and we weren't shooting and we had a whole conversation. It's been great. I actually really love Brandy.
I'm glad.
She was on the show. She came on Drop the Love.
Oh, good.
She did it.
Yeah. So, but I said, so Brooke decides to take a break from the goddamn show and left me in the trenches while she was traveling the world. I said, I got bags under my eyes. I'm fucking losing sleep. I'm drinking every 3 days because I have to drink to fucking get through shooting. And where's Brooke? Brooke is eating the best foods. She is just jumping from jet.
Africa trip?
Yeah, she's jumping from jet to jet. She was fucking glowing. I mean, I'm like, really, bitch? I was gonna text you and be like, find me a man out there. Shit, find me.
It's so crazy because that was never supposed to be like viral in public, you know? So it just kind of was like grew its own. I'm talking about literally 3 months.
Brooke,
I was viral. I was like, I'm fucking tired.
But how was it not?
I was what not gonna go public?
How was it not supposed to go viral?
It was just supposed to be me. First of all, I'm taking a break. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to fly under the radar. It's cool if people see me out and like, hey, Brooke, you know, I get that all the time. Cool. But I'm thinking like my life now is going to be a little quiet and chill. So after the gym thing, it was like piggyback, boom. Then I'm like, so now I'm just looking like I'm from man to man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the case. So then it was just, I was just supposed to be going to Africa. Like,
I remember prior to her
everybody
going.
wasn't supposed to know.
Right. I remember prior to her going to Africa, we obviously talk or whatever, and I was so happy for her because I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's going to be so much fun. And I know you had a blast. Anyway, I say that all to say that I was looking at you while I was over here in the trenches.
So how did everyone find out?
We were boarding a freaking jet.
Got it.
And I don't know. It was, you know, he's a superstar in Africa. You know, the workers, people at the airport, like everyone's excited. You know, people are taking videos. And next thing I know, we're viral. So I'm like, okay, shit. Like, yeah.
She like, shit, my other boos are going to know. No.
You know what I'm
Damn.
You know, I'm always so worried about this, and I'm coming out of it, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, man, if someone sees me with this person, right? Because you date, right? And it's like, not everyone you date, you're gonna go to the altar, right? But you're dating,
right?
Because you can,
right?
And you're single.
You're single.
But,
people think you're only supposed to just date this one person, then get married. Like, no, that's not what dating is. No. Dating is getting to know people. You can date 5 people. I'm not saying sleep with everybody, but you could date as many people as you want because you're weeding out the frogs that you don't want to kiss, you know, and you're finding your prince.
Yes. So that is my way, and I've spent so much time like, man, I hope no one sees me with this person or nobody sees me with this person. And it's like, really, who cares?
At this point, who cares? But at that point, I was really trying to be chill. Like, I really was just like, I mean, I never dated an African. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be. You know? You have? Yeah. How was it?
It was fun.
Yeah? You see? I had a blast. You know? He is a superstar. So it's like, all right, then, you know, I'm not knowing like how big of a fan base that I even had there, you know? So then us together is kind of like a dynamic duo in the eyes of some, you know? So, but damn, like I just was trying to get away and I was like, cool. Like I was there for almost 3 months, you know?
It just like the trip just kept going.
The trip just
I'm
kept
like,
going.
bitch, did you
and
move?
Going.
Like,
No, so many people text me and ask me, like, did you move? Like, what's really good?
What part of Africa?
We were in Lagos, but we
it.
traveled within to
that.
different states. Yeah, so it's like we're taking PJs here, PJs there. So now it was like, so then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
But I love that about you. I love that you're in the space where Shanice is now, like, getting into, where you just don't care. Like, you're enjoying your life. You don't care what anyone says. You know who you are as a woman. Yes, you're, seeing each other. It didn't work out. On to the next. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
And we still talk to this day. It's not beef. Like, it's like he lives in Africa, I live in the U.S. Like, how many 3 months out of the year am I going to stay there? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be realistic, And then we spent time together in the States, which didn't go viral, that people didn't know about, which I was really happy about, because it was like, all right, cool, like, chill, So people saw us out. It was like, cool. So... yeah, people just get so excited about things.
Right.
But I love that you really took in the culture and you were fully.
I loved it.
Out.
The food, the culture, the people. I had such an amazing time there. Everyone was so warm and so welcoming and so kind. Like, he has a full staff. They took amazing care of me while I was there. He took amazing care of me. Like, I didn't have a bad experience. Like, everything was so much fun. It's always summer there. The weather was amazing. So our winter is their summer. So it was like dirty December. Like, it was so much fun. Yeah. Like, everyone's just having a good time minding their business.
Right. I was like, Brooke, you have Suki.
Girl, I'm like, Evelyn, can you take Suki? She need a babysitter because everybody getting tired of her.
No, Suki's a good baby, but I know Suki must have been like, damn, bitch, you done went away.
Where are you going and when are you coming back? And it's crazy because she knows when I'm leaving the house. Like, when I start getting keys and phone, she's jumping in her bag. Like, I know you're not leaving me. So for her watching me, because she really, really is a emotional support dog. Like, she really does support me emotionally a lot, you know? And so she's so connected to me and she's always on my hip. So it's like sometimes when I leave and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be gone for like several hours, I have to leave her in her little area and I'll put food and water. When I come back, she hadn't even eaten. Oh. Yeah, she'll wait until she could see me and then she's like, okay, cool. It's like her nerves get bad. I'm like, girl, mama gotta have a life too.
Let me tell you something. Suki got a full-on closet.
She does. Or girl hangers. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So of course she's gonna be like that because you spoiled her. She's going to the groomer. Like she
drinks bottled water.
She needs to be on the next PJ.
No, seriously. But I was thinking that I was like, damn, because we were talking about me possibly going back, for another visit. And I was like, damn, like, I can't leave her again. No, you know what I mean? But he's really not into dogs either. So I'm kind of like leery about that too. Because I'm like, if somebody mistreats my dog, I'm all the way in Africa. It's not going to be a pretty scene.
Right. Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. But I was thinking, I was like, how would she do like on a really long travel?
I think she would be great.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Suki's a great dog.
She really is.
She's a good dog.
But she also demands a lot of attention. Like when we go to the nail shop, I have her in her little Louis bag, her case. I'm like, just chill. She's like barking. She wants to get out, especially if she just came from the groomer. So like the last time, and I had to take her out, and now the whole nail shop's like, oh my God, can we take pictures, videos? Can I hold her? And she loves it because she was barking to get out because she wanted the attention. She's like, why you have me hiding in here? Like, show me off. Are you kidding me? Right. So there you go. So on the plane, I don't know. She might want to get out.
She is cute.
She can get out though.
On the plane? I thought they had to stay inside of their carry.
No, if they are an emotional support.
Oh, really?
I believe she can be on your lap.
Is it emotional or is it medical? Because I know I took her to Disneyland and I said it was one thing, but it was really another. But yeah, so she was able to go. But I have her papers for emotional support, but they were like, no, some places, like it has to be a physical thing.
I've flown with my dogs on the lap.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good to know.
You could take her out, and she's a good size.
Okay, good. Okay, it's good to know.
She
needs to hit the road with her mom, get her frequent flyer miles in, boo.
You better. Talk about your beauty regimen.
Thank you.
We need to discuss that because You look exactly how you looked when you became a known video vixen.
Thank
when
you.
she was on the cover of King. I
you.
remember that. I want to say my ex had that in his house.
Really?
Yes.
That's so
Twan?
funny.
No, after Twan. I want to say
so,
Chad had it. Yes, and I remember a vivid it on the counter in Cincinnati.
That's so funny.
And it was so like vivid, and I remember thinking he likes
that.
all these kind of girls. He likes all
what
these
kind
like
of girls, Evelyn?
he like Nixie because I was so skinny.
Really?
I was so,
She was so
skinny
skinny.
back then. You know, like now I got a little bit more body naturally. You know, but like you know, you've always been just like bam, 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 and now I'm like a little frump. You know, and I remember like, dang, I know I was skinny. I was like a size 0 in BBs.
You weren't frump though.
Really?
You were
that
never
small?
a frump.
When I was with Antoine, I was a size.
That's not
big.
frump.
I was a size 0. Shaw.
I feel like frumpy sounds frump.
In
That's
BB.
I thought frumpy was like
You
bigger.
were never frumpy. You were skinny.
I was skinny as fuck. I was so skinny. A size 0 in BB is remember
that's
BB?
crazy. Yeah, I used to wear that. So a 0 is crazy. I don't think I ever wore a 0
Yeah,
for BB.
so at that time you're like Miss Voluptuous, and you know the body's like always
Body, yaddy, yaddy.
Yes. So I know you have the skincare line, but like,
do.
what's like your regimen? Like, what do you do before you go to bed, and what do you in the morning? Like,
so I have my skincare line, Glamour Genetics. It was Skin by Brooke Bailey, but I changed it over to Glamour Genetics. That's a name that I actually adopted back in like 2017 because I actually went to aesthetic school and I taught there for a year after I graduated. So I'm really into you see, even today I have on minimal makeup because since I haven't been filming, I've barely been wearing makeup. I've just been giving 90s glam, skin, maybe some mascara and gloss and going on about my day. You know, even my hair is like at its healthiest that it's been in a really long time because I can keep the heat out of it.
Right.
But for skincare, it's really important. So I wash my face in cold water. I also do ice baths. I try to do I'm more consistent with it when the weather is warmer, you know, so when it's cold, it's kind of like doing that. But it's also good for mental clarity, too. I didn't know if you know that, for ice baths, for your face, even for your body. But I wash my face in cold water morning and night. I use all of my products. You know, I don't care how old you are, use eye cream. Like, start as a teenager, start your girls out, like get them prepared for real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, seriously.
That's good.
Eye cream, toner, you know, I think those are so important and people don't know, like, yeah, you can wash your face 2 and 3 times, but when you use the toner and you have that cotton swab, you know, and you see what's left on there afterwards, like that is a big deal. And then you're going to go lay on your pillowcase and so on and so forth. It's going to transfer. So moisturize, toner. So I start with the ice bath, wash my face in cold water, toner, serums, eye cream, moisturizer. I have a moisturizer for daytime and one for night. And then I also have one that's for either or. And my products are anti-aging because they're natural products, and it's not anti-aging just because it's like for older women or men. It's for all ages, you know. And then I have my cosmetics, which is just lip liner, lip glosses, and mascara. Oh, now I have an eyebrow gel because I've been also letting my eyebrows be natural. Like I haven't gotten them arched in months.
Speaking of your eyebrows, you know we have the same eyebrow girl.
Yes,
Vanessa.
I know,
Okay,
but I
Vanessa
haven't been to her in so long. I remember one of the last times that I went there, she's like, "Oh my gosh, Shaw just came."
Yeah.
And
She loves you.
I've known her for so many years, and she is so amazing. Like her spirit is so good. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't went to her in months because I was just like, you know what? I just really want to like bask in like all my natural state, you know, of my beauty, especially now that I'm getting older. I appreciate it more. Right. You know, I appreciate my natural beauty more. And so, you know, I get facials too on a regular. I'll do micro needling when needed. I don't have perfect skin. I don't have like breakouts. So that's one thing. You know, sometimes around my cycle, but that's normal. But like naturally, like I don't just have breakouts. If I eat really bad, because I am used to eating pretty clean. So if I eat really bad, my cycle, I might have a breakout here or there, but I know how to zip those right away. Like I don't really play about that kind of stuff. And, you know, I try not to pick, but I am a picker. picker. So I'm such a picker. So I'll get blemishes, but that's when I'll do like my facials consistently or my micro needling. But I use my own products.
Yeah.
And like I've invested a lot of time and energy. And then I feel like also being an esthetician really helped me. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do when I graduated from aesthetic school. So I did love teaching. I taught laser hair removal. And I love like the tools, like the mechanical part of things. Cause like I can order, like if I ordered this table and I needed to put it together, and I can throw the directions away and I could lay all the pieces out and put it together, like just by seeing it. So the mechanical things and technical things, like I'm really, really good with that, and I really love it. So I taught that class for a year, and I came up with the name Glamour Genetics. And when I started and launched my company, I started with Skin by Brooke Bailey because, it's my company, and I wanted to build the foundation for it, and I've done that. And it was like, I haven't promoted on that page in so long, and I still get so many repeat customers and new customers. Yeah.
So what's the website for the makeup?
GlamourGenetics.com.
Okay, perfect.
So the website, the Instagram, Glamour Genetics, and I love beauty. Like, some things that may be beautiful to me may not be beautiful to others. It's not just all about what you see physically all the time, It can be someone's spirit, because those things do exude, through whatever you look like. So I see beauty in a lot of things, and I just felt like that's a perfect business for me, and I love it. And I've just kind of been, in a natural, I was telling my cousin, I was like, should I put lashes on today? She's like, you look beautiful, She's like, go ahead. I was like, I just did this little makeup, like a little beat, She's like, you look good. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah. No, I love that,
you.
like you said, like that 90s natural vibe, but you have great skin. That's why I wanted to talk about that, because I feel like even Giselle, when she was on the show, was like she loves the skincare products.
Thank you.
And I've seen you on FaceTime. She's very serious about every step in that regimen. We could be on a full FaceTime. She's like, so this is like no bullshit. Like she don't fuck around. Shaw has her regimen too, where she like moisturizes for 45 minutes. I'm like, girl, your body is moisturized. Like,
that's so thing. When I get out of the bath or the shower, like I literally moisturize from head to toe.
Are you an oil or a lotion one?
Both. Not an oil where it lays on. It has to sink into my skin, so it's different oil. You know what I'm saying?
What's an oil that you like?
I love pure jojoba oil.
Okay.
Like, coconut oil I don't feel like is good for this. Like, it just lays on your skin.
I like to mix coconut oil with lotion.
Okay.
Mix together. I feel
that
like
does
works.
give you a good, what do I want to say? It's moisturizing, but it like it's another word. It's hydrating.
Yeah.
Hydrate. So that's really hydrating. But the pure jojoba oil, like for me, like that really sinks great into your skin. I love body butters and stuff like that,
Yeah. Well, it shows.
You're. This is the first thing that people are going to see. I
love it.
Between like your skin and your teeth, it's like those things are important.
Yeah.
So I see people sometimes like young women, and I'm like, girl, are you not looking in magazines?
Right.
Right. You're not looking even on social media. Like these girls are not playing. They take care of themselves. Like go get an IV drip and exfoliate.
I just got an IV drip the other day.
I just did one yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, that was good.
Yeah, I did the NAD, the NAD. I did that with like all the vitamins and stuff too. But oh my God, that was my first time doing that, and I did a really low dosage. I'm so happy.
Did you get the IV or the shot?
The IV.
Did you sit there for hours?
Girl, well, I was able to turn it up a little bit because I was like, baby, we got to power through this, because I would have been there for like 2 hours. But I only did 100 milligrams. But honestly, afterwards, I needed that. Like, I knew afterwards, but during it, that was like, it's like a process. Have you ever done the NAD?
No, I'm thinking about it.
Okay. It's a very serious thing. First of all, make sure you eat before you go, and you're going to feel like your heart will start beating a little faster. I was feeling like a little lightheaded. I never felt like that, you know, on a regular IV, but that NAD is really serious. But it was something that I really needed. Like my muscles, just my body, everything. Like it after, like today when I woke up, I was like, oh,
I felt good.
I felt, yeah,
Okay.
like I felt so good. And then, but the process of it, I see why you have to start at like 100 and then move up on different doses, and you need to be consistent with doing that, because even starting over, it's a feeling. Yeah.
Good. I have to. I'm thinking about it. We just talked about it the other day.
We got one last week. Wait, I have a question. Do you color your hair?
I do.
It's shiny.
Thank you.
It's like a gloss.
So, what I also use is, my natural hair color is dark brown. So I just stick to my natural hair color. But I also use this cocoa brown conditioner that's really moisturizing. And I feel like that conditioner adds that shine, and it also evens out the color, because sometimes I have red undertones in my hair, so sometimes when I color my hair the dark brown, you'll see all this red and I don't like it. So when I put that cocoa brown conditioner on my hair, it evens it all out. It's amazing.
It's shiny. It
Thank you.
Cocoa
And
brown.
I use good conditioner.
I'm gonna look up cocoa brown.
Yeah, no, I'll give you the name of it, the actual bottle, because that's just the color.
Okay.
But,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. She takes very good care
I
of herself.
love it.
I'm a self-care girl.
You are.
Like
Me
massages, IV drips,
too.
waxing, laser hair
Me
removal,
too.
nails, toes. I'm not a girl that gets her toes done only in the summer or spring. Like,
same.
this is a yearly
This is a
thing.
routine.
Yeah, this is a routine.
Right.
So facials, like, I'm that girl. Toiletries, I'm a hoarder.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a hoarder. Like,
Perfume, you're a hoarder.
Yeah, perfume. But I do have my special mix. So I
do.
have it on today.
I know you do. I smell it. She doesn't share that shit with anybody.
don't.
I'd be like, so what do you got on? Well, I mix. That's what I do. I make. You know what else Brooke don't play with? Her meals.
No, I do not.
Brooke,
You like to eat?
What? Yes.
what do you mean? She had a whole argument with Jackie, and the taco was in her hand. They said Brooke did not let go of that motherfucking taco that day.
I don't play about my food. I don't play about my skincare. I'm serious about these are things that help
That's
you live.
self-care.
Yes, it helps you live life. You know.
Yeah.
It's like it gives me life. Like, I need that. I need the food to gas up. I need, you know.
Are you a drinker?
Not really. Not like I used to be. It's so crazy because after my daughter passed, it was certain things I just felt like I couldn't do, you know, because I felt like it would spiral me in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So I really didn't drink for a really long time. Like, even when we started back filming, I don't think I was like really drinking. And then the more I was working, then Evelyn was like, well, let's take shots. See, I'm not a shot girl. Like, that is not my thing. She's like, I'm drunk.
Now let's take a shot. You know, if I'm saying let's take a shot, it's because I'm like trying to get through whatever we got going on.
Yes.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm not a big drinker. Like, so now it's literally socially. Like, even when we went to the winery, it was just kind of like, it was a watermelon wine, sparkling, that was so delicious. It was so refreshing. And then I had him make me a slushy, a wine slushy. It was so delicious, and he topped it off with the watermelon. It was amazing.
I love
sounds
wine.
And it was so refreshing. Like, it really, because it was so hot, the ice was melting, so it was really like Kool-Aid. So, but it was really sweet. It's really good. I'm just not a big drinker anymore. I used to be able to like drink and go out. Now I'm like, we going to dinner, I'm going to have some wine or, you know, a cute cocktail. But I know my limit is probably 2.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, like, I'm leaving to go out the country, and I'm like, all right, I want to get shit-faced, but I don't even know if I can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like, I cut myself off. Like, you getting too tipsy, girl. Checking myself all night, you know?
Yeah. So what's next? What's next for Brooke? Like what?
Well, like I said, I'm going to St. Bart's. I'm leaving tonight. Yeah, I'm so excited about this trip. Like, I have all these reservations, Bagatelle, Nikki Beach, like all this stuff. I'm so excited, and I'm just getting away. But I've just been focusing on myself. You know, like, I am so calm. I don't know if you guys could feel it.
Yes.
My
You are,
spirit. Yeah, like, I'm like in such a calm space, and I'm just living life. Like, I'm really in a very happy, healthy space. Like, I can see my own growth. Like, I just told my therapist a few weeks ago, it was like, you know, a lot of the guys I was like dating and hanging around was like, I was just doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, I just I needed that at that time, but that wasn't what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need it. It was what I wanted. Let me change that.
Was it boredom?
It was, no, just trying to stay busy.
Okay,
You know, like I was going through my divorce. I had lost my daughter. And it was like, even though when I was going through the divorce, because we still were like together, but not. So, you know, we were still hanging out, you know, sleeping together, like all those things. And he was like my safe comfort space because I had been through so much. But not really, if that makes sense, because we were divorcing because of his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so like, he was my comfort, but not really. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was just trying to figure out life again. And I didn't feel as safe in that relationship as I did before. And so then it was like I'm just out here kind of hanging to dry. Like I lost my daughter. You know, some of the closest people to me and my family, you know, that were connected to my daughter live in another state. You know, so it was like I was really just grasping at straws, trying to figure shit out. You know, just doing things. You know.
I have one big last question.
How big is it?
Will you ever come back to Basketball Wives?
Oh gosh, I don't know. That's my honest question. And I say that because people are always like, people say they're leaving and they're not coming back, and then they go back, and it's like, I honestly don't know. It's like, I'm in such a good, peaceful place. It's like, do I want to argue with you about
nothing?
Right? You know, like, do I want to do that? But then at the same time, it's like, you know, when it comes to them cutting the check, they not late. So it's, you know, they not late. So it's like it's like, that's my job. You know what I mean? So, and even though I am like comfortable financially, it's like I still want to work. You know, I still want to be productive. This is my job. You know, it's like being in the limelight is work for me. But at the same time, I really have been enjoying this piece. So I don't know if I'm like gearing up and I'm getting rested to go talk some shit, or if I'm just going rest. You know?
Well, you know, they tried to put me on an island, but it didn't work. But you know.
Exactly.
You know? Well, I would love, you know, to have my Ace Boon Coon back.
And I will say you do feel very at peace. Also, you feel very grounded.
Thank you. This is the most grounded that I've probably been in a lot of years.
You seem that way.
I'm, you know, like, with age comes wisdom and life experience. Like the things that I have experienced in life, like some people could not withstand, you know, and not that I beat the odds, but, you know, I am still standing strong. I don't look like what I've been through, you know, and it took a lot of fight for me to get here. So once I really realized where my feet were planted, it's like I'm gonna bask and live in this, you know, and it's such a good feeling. Like it's so good. It's just like nothing really bothers me. Nothing really bothered me before, but now this level of I don't give a fuck is like a totally different experience. Seriously, because I really don't care. You know, like, I really don't care. So it's like this level is a more peaceful level of that too. But you know, when you get in certain environments, I don't know what's gonna come out. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm talking all this peace stuff right
you get
now.
No, but it's good. It's good to have, and I'm happy you've taken a lot. You've chosen to take a lot of time off, and we are proud of you. I'm so grateful that we have become, we just got close, and you know, I know I could call you for anything, vent to you. If you see anything online, you'd be like, nah, bitch, I know the truth. Like, you just been great to me, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm always here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I love you. No, like, the support that you have given me, you know, throughout, like, everything, I can't put a price tag on that, you know? So I'm so appreciative, like, for my friends that, like, she's been in the, like, I'll be on the phone crying, snotting, like, you know, like, in the pits with me. So I don't have a lot of people that I would do that with, you know? So it's like a very very small amount, including family, you know, and you know that. So I'm very appreciative for you to be that for me, you know. Oh gosh.
It's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try.
I was not supposed to be crying this whole time. Like, I know my powder, my mascara, all that stuff.
No, you look good. You look good. You look good.
Always gonna be here for you.
No,
always.
I'm so appreciative, you know, like, and you know what, like, 'cause people always ask me, like, well, how is Evelyn? Because they know we're real friends, you know? And I'm like, the version that I got to know is maybe not the version that other people got to know, you know? Like, she's really a soccer mom now. So it's like, her life is so different, you know? It's just hard. People just don't get it. You know, like, people can evolve and change or just have a different outlook on life. Because, like, I wouldn't be the same mom that I was in my 20s that I am now.
Right.
I'm not the same friend that I was in my 20s that I am now. You know, like, you live life differently. So it's like, I'm appreciative. Like, I really always feel like I know I've lived a lot of different lives in this one lifetime.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And I feel like you have too. And I think that that's why, like, when we have conversations, it's not... Like, we really don't talk about, like, the show and stuff. Like, or that's not what the basis of our... Like, we really have life conversations, you know? Like, and I'm just appreciative because you just can't... You can't find that and trust it and it be safe. Like, you were saying about me. Like, you'll tell me things, you know it's safe. Like, I feel safe, you know? Like, my tears fall, I know it's safe, you know? Aww. Some people you don't have that with. And it could be your family, you know? So... I'm sorry. No, it's really important. You know, like, all right. That's
I think I'll say one last thing. You know, I in a world where, especially with me, I feel like people and the public sometimes, like you said, they don't know me. So just the greatest compliment that I could always receive is, I said this before, that my kids are great kids.
Yeah.
And that I have been good in your life, you know? And it's like, I think there's like, you know, perceptions and people think they know who I am to the core of my being, but you just sitting here and saying that because you also have experienced me in the TV world and you know my heart.
Right.
You know my heart, you know? So I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't want to start crying too.
I know.
They're going to be like, y'all bitches are some crybabies. But no, I thank you. Thank you for coming to support Drop the Low.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
I love Drop the Low. This is so amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You've done in a short time what many have tried to do for a long period of time. And it just didn't give, you know? So I'm so proud that you were able to create something of your own and for it to be successful and you're able to do it with your daughter is so important, you know? Like, Sha, you're amazing. Like, I've always talked very highly of you and even watching you in motherhood, like, I'm so proud of you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We just grabbed the bull by the horns.
I don't know how she got so lucky with you.
My coochie done spit out a good egg. And on that note, comment, like below. Let us know what you think. Subscribe. We can bring subscribe. We're going to bring Brooke back. I need to know what's going on when you come back from this trip.
And take me with you.
This St. Bart's trip is just, first of all, it was something that I already wanted to do, but it just happened to be my birthday. You know, I'm a Cancer, so I just had my birthday. And I originally wanted to go around my birthday. Because, you know, I'm taking the class to, I already took the class to get my license to open group homes. So that's what I'm working on now. So my next step, when I come back from the trip, it will be looking for homes to open. And eventually I would like to do a facility. So I don't know if I want to do it for, I know what I can't deal with, you know, but... So I'm thinking about either pregnant teen girls who are in the system or people who are getting out of rehab, you know, and they're transitioning back home.
Oh my God, we have to talk.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. So I got my license and that's like the next thing that I'm working on. And they're state funded, they're not private. So I'm really happy about that. So I don't have to chase nobody down, you know, like it's just all set up. You have your procedures, your rules and regulations. and make sure all those things. You hire your staff. Like, I actually have my mom taking the class because my mom used to run her department at the union for nurses and county workers. So she had a whole staff. So I'm like, Mom, you would be an amazing administrator. So I have her taking the class because I'm like, this could be a family business.
Right.
So, like, that's something that I've been working on and that I'm passionate about, because I'm also going to be helping people while I'm helping myself. Because I'm just like, you know, I still want to have a purpose, even though, like, I do television and all that stuff. Like, outside of that, I want to have other things going on.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, we should talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I was telling Brandy about it, and she's like, "What? I own a property over there. I could turn this into." I'm like, "No, for real," because, you know, I mean, it's life after television too.
Of course.
You know,
of
so
course.
Or you can do it forever, whatever floats your boat. But just something that I feel like. Also, too, is like you just honoring people, you know, people who fail and they just need to get back up. So,
right. You have a good heart, Brooke. You're not a bully.
Thank you.
You're not a bully. Fuck everybody else. I know you.
They're liars.
I know you. They're lying.